Yo, what's up, everybody? You're now listening to Check the Scoreboard Radio right here on Q4.org, www.q4.org. Tune in app, iTunes Radio. You know how we do. We play them good music, and we talk about the sports out here, man. So I hope y'all having a good Sunday. We about to get into some of this good music and good talk. Let's go.
Let's get into it like, yeah. Conquer or fail, anything can land you in jail. I'm marching with streets against with the knowledge from Yale. Trust me, I'm proud of Pops, he dropped the pots and the scales. Listen up to feel more and hear the profit prevail. Oodles and O's, the streets that introduce you to foes. You promote it, they come equipped just to shoot you at shows. Everybody trying to make $1 million, stress-free, raise your children. I need 900,000, okay, give me $1 million. Look at my city, do your research. I do this for niggas that walk the line until they feet hurt. I do this for niggas that punch clocks for they kids barely meeting, but smile when they at the table eating. And they ain't talking millions when I say the cost of living. Anybody could get it. We in the war, guard your children. Politicians still are not doing enough giving, and everybody dying, not doing enough living. We all
like
need
the air I breathe down here, just a little different, just a little different. It's like the walls don't hear the same. All I know is pain. But would you let a little rain shine without a flame?
I just wanna live.
Oh, something's gotta give.
We just wanna live.
Oh, I just wanna live.
The shorty seeing crack pipes, needles deep in his mama veins, hunger pains, watching him Dilla shine. He want the fame, hop the train late night, feel a chill from the city. His committee down for some murders, letting them thumpers bang. Old ladies on the phone fussing about that damn shooting. Pray to God the Panthers a touchdown. No Cam Newton, Asada tight, mid-60s, real righteous. Praying for the youth, she know they lifeless and can't fight it. The city streets are quick to eat you alive. You celebrate it if you did a bit of C25. Bitch, they determine the vibe when they see what you drive. We knock each other off just to get a piece of the pie. In the hood, killers love when it rain. Hit blocks looking for ops, you lack and get a slug to your brain. Niggas would rather kill you, ain't no love in exchange. It ain't one rule, a gun won't change.
It feels like the air I breathe down here, just a little different, just a little different. It's like the walls don't hear the same. All I know is pain. But would you let a little rain shine without a flame?
I just wanna live.
Oh, something's gotta give.
We just wanna live.
Oh, I just wanna live.
Yeah. Every day them shots rang out, niggas die over dollar signs. A brother had a QP, got more time than Columbine. War fighting bitches with blades. Niggas on the low for women, so they slowly stick them with AIDS. Liquor stores next to churches. Preachers go and get him a pint. Hit it twice and now he ready for the sermon. We ain't perfect. The only thing promised in life is we gon' struggle, then we layin' in them hearses. God bless these verses. I hope they go and heal up a soul. Pay it forward, then my shit should slowly heal up the globe. Lamping, I get stopped, now the cops wanna shoot me. They wanna do me like Fred Hampton. Die for my hood. I'm a father, so I gotta play it smarter. But if I gotta, I'ma die a black martyr. Yeah, niggas to kill you, ain't no love in exchange. It ain't one rule, a gun won't change.
It feels like the air I breathe down here, just a little different, just a little different. It's like the walls don't hear the same. All I know is pain. Would you let a little rain shine without a flame?
I just wanna live.
Oh, something's gotta give.
We just wanna live.
Oh, I just wanna live.
Will you guys just slow it down and make it something like it always wanted it to be?
Sports Talk Collide. What a beautiful Sunday, a gloomy Sunday, but the gang's all here.
Yeah.
To the left of me, my brother Rashid Hadi on the ones and twos, making it do what it do. To the left of him, my brother Chuck 360 in a place to be.
Peace and blessings.
To the left of him, Mikey Big Guy Thompson.
What's going on?
Got the salad popping. I'm trying to get on that type time, bro. I promise, but it's tough.
Salad smells good too.
Chinese chicken wings the other day.
Man, here you go with the chicken wings.
I'm gonna be quiet, man.
Here you go with the chicken
I'm
wings.
gonna be quiet, man.
Don't let the summer get you.
That's what it be. You see some good weather, you want to get a
Barbecue.
bottle. You want to get a bottle and chill. You know what I'm saying? Lupe in the building. Say what up, Lupe. She in the building, rocking with us today. And I'm Fillmore Green. My name Fillmore Green. We up in here rocking, man. Check the Scoreboard Radio.
Yes.
Gang's out here, man. We gonna get right into it. How we started off every episode, man. We start off showing love to a business because that's what it's about. You gotta show love. So today's business. He had his grand opening yesterday. K-Town native. Blackface Apparel. Salute to the homie Kimon and the good folks over at Blackface Apparel.
Yeah.
Had the grand opening today. Very famous location from the neighborhood. Dude that used to go by the name of Ronnie Slim. Back in the 90s, he used to sell the Coach belts and stuff out his trunk, and he built up, and he brought a location right on the outskirts of K-Town, the Cicero area, and made a store out of it. So Ronnie Slim passed away, and DJ J. Jilla tried to keep it alive by having, block business there, the DJ Coalition, and his clothing line there. He took that down, so now Blackface Apparel's in the same location. And, I don't know how the turnout was. I was unable to make it, but I know it was pretty nice up there. You know what I mean? So, website, BlackfaceInc.com. BLAKFACEINC.com. BlackfaceInc.com. Go get your clothing line, support local businesses. That's very important because we do the same thing. Support us, and we show love to others via our platform. So Blackface, PayPal, his PayPal is paypal.me/Blackface Inc. Cash App, $ Blackface261. Instagram, Blackface Apparel 261. Remember, Black is BLAK Face Apparel 261. If you want your business or music played on Check the Scoreboard Radio, email us at csbradio23@gmail.com. Once again, csbradio23@gmail.com. For the music, 2 qualifications. It must be clean, and it must be fire. If it ain't that fire, we put it out in the elements. It's going to hit a stroller.
Oh, my God.
You know what I'm saying? It got to be that number. You know what I'm saying? So that's the opening credits. Let's get to it.
Yes, sir.
What do we want to start? There's only one thing to start with, man.
Pause. Let's get to it.
Pause. Yeah. That's how we started today. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be very short because this first... The introduction of the show going to be very short because the fight was very short. He cleaned his clock in the first round.
That was ridiculous.
Deontay Wilder cleaned Dominic Brazil's clock in the first round yesterday.
That take me back to Mike Tyson days,
Made
bro.
his knees buckle.
First round. Yeah, but the power, the sound. I don't, you got mics like right above the ring. The sound from the punch was like he broke his head or something, man. And the fact, I thought he was gonna be like in a coma, man. But he got back up, after the fight was over. But he got back up. I thought he'd be sleep. Nah,
he what he did, and to me, Deontay Wilder, he just ain't saw nobody that could match his competitive nature and his
athleticism too. Yeah.
If you ask me, that ain't boxing. He just look. Once he see you out there drunk, he looked for the hate maker. He swing wild.
Start going wild.
That's exactly what he did too, and he leaned into the punch. Like he almost hit his head on his ankle
He leaned in
almost
that
broke
punch
his
so
leg.
hard.
It's crazy how he got all that criticism this week for, keeping it real remark, saying that boxing is the only sport where you can kill a man and get paid for it.
Right.
He tried to kill him.
So,
That's exactly what he tried to do.
he just kept it real, man.
That's the only sport you can kill a man and get paid
And get
for.
paid for
Well, it's unfortunate, but as far as who's in it with him, like there is no other real competition to me. You say the boy overseas, Anthony Joshua. But I remember when you had 4 or 5 different guys at the same time that
said ain't so sure.
5 at the same time? That's what
in
you
boxing,
want.
man.
Whoa.
In boxing, man. In boxing, as the
guys
heavyweight
at the
champion,
same time.
as the heavyweight champ.
Make sure you keep that for top 10
I ain't even get it.
of the year.
4 or 5 at the same time.
Yeah, man. You had back in the day. You had the Mike Tyson, the Lennox Lewis, the Evander Holyfield. You had 2 or 3 different major heavyweights that you had to say, okay, any one of these guys could beat each other. Same thing with the middleweight going up.
Oh.
You gonna ring the bell?
But on the road.
But right now you really just got what him and the brother Anthony Joshua. That's it, and that's even questionable. So the fact when you bring it up that he's really not a boxer, you can get away with that in 2019.
You can. That's true.
Man, the heavyweights it's not what it used to
Not
be.
at all.
Man.
Not at all.
Like heavyweight used to be must-see TV.
Yeah, must see.
Pay-per-view. Sometimes you got to get down to the fight. Everybody was getting to the Tyson fights.
Fight parties.
Yeah, anybody that was somebody in the 90s got down to a Tyson fight.
Oh, yeah.
Because you was going to see a knockout. You don't
Couldn't
see
go-
many knockouts. There's a lot of, like, decisions and stuff, at the
But
end.
boxing, that's when boxing was at its peak.
Yeah.
But all it takes though is a couple of fighters and a couple of some promotion that that'll get it back going. But right now it's just think about it, 2 heavyweights.
That's it.
It's
2 heavyweights.
And then back in the day, you had the welterweight, the middleweights. You had your Tommy Hearns, your Sugar Ray Leonard, your Marvelous Marvin
In each
Hagler.
class, you had a group of guys
Yeah.
that were really good contenders.
You had your Roy Jones Jr., then heavyweights. You had your Riddick Bowe, your Lennox Lewis, your old man Foreman.
I would say right now
yeah.
in that middleweight division, you got a couple guys, the Keith Thurmans, Crawford.
That's the most popular division right now.
Yeah, that's
Bro, it was never more popular than heavyweight.
Never.
no.
It's like watching WWE and
That's what it was.
the Intercontinental is better than the heavyweight.
Never more popular than heavyweight back then. You
You
had
know.
much more skilled heavyweights.
You know what I'm saying?
But here's the thing, fellas, there was no MMA.
Yeah.
There was no MMA. I would imagine there's a lot of guys who could be contenders in boxing, but they're in MMA.
Don't get in that ring and you ain't trained to take a punch.
Because they
I mean,
doing
but
more than just
hey,
punching.
is MMA paying like boxing?
No,
So why are they in MMA?
because that's like the sport right now. If as far as combat sports are
Bro,
concerned,
that's the major sport in Iowa.
MMA?
My pops live in Iowa.
Yeah,
He said MMA is bigger than
anything.
football.
Oh, did y'all see the
baseball.
first MMA battle royal?
I did not.
Nah, I missed it. I missed
yeah, they
it.
do the battle royal. Oh, it was.
So did you gotta throw him over the thing?
No,
or-
you got to make the man submit and go to the next person.
So it's
Damn.
just everybody in that tire
It was 10 men in there.
whooping.
And they beating each other up.
Oh. I set him up for that.
Yeah. I seen it. I seen him about to say it. So it's like a Royal Rumble, but it's MMA.
It's like a Royal Rumble MMA, and you gotta make the person submit, and he gets out the ring.
Okay, so
Last
look.
man standing.
So you can make somebody submit, and it could be a dude coming
Coming from
behind you.
behind
To
you.
choke you out.
So you really got to be on your P's and Q's.
Oh,
You almost choke you out. Coming up from behind you, choke you out. Almost.
Shucks on the
Let me
road,
live.
man.
Let me live.
But man, that's crazy. I gotta look at the footage. I knew it was happening. I saw you say something about it.
Yeah.
But I didn't get a chance to check it
But
out.
I mean, it's easily guys in MMA who has names that are just. I'm catching myself. That has names just as big as as those in boxing or bigger. That's why I was trying to word it as best I could.
I ain't got the live going yet. You didn't had about 17 pause points, but we got the content straight up.
No, but you look at the Conor McGregor's, the brother that keep getting for drugs. What's his? Jones.
John Jones.
John Jones.
John Jones.
And
the rest of the guys
right now, but it's a bunch of guys that you can name in MMA that's, as far as they name and their brand is concerned, it's possibly bigger than some of the guys in boxing.
That's true. And we can't take away the athleticism, because in order to get in there, even though the rounds are longer, and the fights are much shorter, you still got to have your stamina, because that's nonstop physical.
And you're not just throwing punches.
You're not just throwing punches.
You're getting kicked. You're in wrestling. You're grappling and all type of, So
it's crazy over there, man.
Yeah.
But, last night, if you didn't see it, Deontay Wilder shocked the world. Well, he didn't shock the world.
I think everybody knew what was going to happen.
Yeah. He cleaned Dominic Breazeale's clock. I said it before the fight. This won't be my last. It won't be my first time.
I thought
seeing
it would
him
go more
down.
than one round, though.
Joshua, I thought it would go more than one round.
I thought
too.
it would go more than one round.
Joshua laid him out. I just want to see Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. They need to make that happen.
You say they working it out.
He don't want to get it. He won't do it to take a. This is what I don't understand. He won't do it to take a pay cut. Anthony Joshua.
Mm-hmm.
You sell out stadiums in Alabama. 25,
No, they was in
30,
New York
000,
last night, bro.
30,000.
Okay.
But this guy over in UK selling out Wembley Stadium.
Yeah.
100,000 people.
Facts.
He ain't taking no pay cut. If he had any sense, he would go over to Wembley and get a much bigger purse.
Right. It'd be a smaller percentage, but the number would be bigger.
The number would be bigger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand. Maybe he don't want to fight. I don't know.
Well, I mean, like the guy said last night, the commentator who interviewed him, he basically said, this the fight everybody want to see. You keep taking these bums. He didn't call them bums, but he basically said you keep taking these bums and beating them in a few rounds, but this ain't what the public want to see. The public want to see you and Joshua or you and Fury do it again. You know what I mean? That's what the people want to see, and that's what's going to ascend you to the talk of being, a great heavyweight, which I don't see how that's going to happen anyway. But, that's what it's going to take, is to actually fight some of these guys that the people want to see you fight.
I would like to see Fury fight him. I didn't watch the first one. I didn't think it was going to be the way it was, but I would like to see that. But let's transition into some NBA. We spent 10 minutes on that topic. Let's transition into some NBA. Keep that topic short because the fight was short. It's only fair. So let's transition into the NBA. Real quick before we get into the real news and the current news in the NBA. Tyreke Evans has been disqualified. He'll be able to qualify to get back into the NBA for 2 more years, the same way O.J. Mayo did. And normally, when they do that to you, you never come back. I don't know if he was, whatever substance he was on.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. What was it? Because it couldn't have been weed.
It couldn't have been weed.
Those substances be control abuse stuff.
Tyreke Evans, you said?
Yeah.
Tyreke Evans.
Indiana Pacers.
So when they get those bans, those be,
Cocaine, meth.
heroin, meth.
Must be.
I don't know if X is in it.
Ain't no HGH. I know that much.
Yeah,
The way he
X1
played last
X1
season.
Now, is it
really
possible it was like a steroid or something?
No,
like
that's not steroids. That's drug abuse. They get those. So those you talking about the Roy Tarpley, the Richard Dumas.
So they call them smoking rocks.
They
Basically, is what we're saying.
just don't put it out there like they used to put it out there.
Right.
This, and Richard Dumas and Roy Tarpley and Michael Ray Richardson, they cocaine use.
Right.
They let it be. Now they just say drug abuse.
It's coded language.
Yeah. So now it's just like,
But it ain't weed. for sure.
Yeah,
It's not weed.
Because I'm looking like, I know they ain't suspended him for 2 years for smoking no
They
weed.
did O.J. Mayo that way. He
Yeah.
never returned.
Yeah.
He
Wow.
qualified to come back last year.
Wow.
They never let him back in. They say normally when they disqualify you from the NBA, the organization,
You done.
you're done.
Well, Roy
I
Topley
like
came
my
back.
dope. I
Richard
like my
Dumas
dope.
came back. It's a few guys. The Birdman came back.
The Birdman came back.
So you
That's
got
true.
a couple of guys that came back from that suspension. Like now, some guys don't recover
From whatever that addiction
from
was.
whatever that addiction was.
Yeah.
And hopefully that's not the case with O.J. Mayo, but just some guys, just because O.J. Mayo still has the talent to play in the NBA.
Yeah, he went out as a nice, I would call him a role player, a nice reserve.
I think O.J. Mayo was on the weed. They called him, but they.
I
that
hope
wasn't-
they
that
kick him
wasn't-
out for no
they do
weed,
not
man.
kick you. They do not give you that ban for weed.
So O.J. smoking crack.
Yeah, they don't give you that ban for weed, bro.
That's the time.
That's why they say drug abuse.
That's the title of this
They
episode.
have they ever considered weed drug abuse?
No.
They just say you failed
But
your
wait
drop.
a minute. I was just watching the thing. Somebody from the league did get put out for weed. What was that? Cliff Robertson.
Yeah, you may get
Cliff Robinson.
but you may get a suspension, a 10-game
He was
suspension,
playing for Portland at the time.
yeah, but you may get game suspensions
no,
for weed.
he out. He got put out.
He got put out.
Yeah, he didn't finish his
Cliff Rob with the headband.
yeah. He was on the documentary we were just talking about with Fat Five Freddy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know about weed. I know. Did Sean Kemp get that suspension?
My man Sicky said everybody in the NBA smoke weed. I believe that's a fact.
Especially
Yeah.
now.
I do too.
Especially now.
Like
Absolutely.
Like in some of these states, weed is legal. So what do you do
Right.
about Denver and the Lakers? I
don't know. That's
It's
a good
legal out
question.
here. So you telling me they can't do something that's legal?
Well, see, what we talking about during the time when it wasn't legal nowhere.
Yeah.
Cliff Robinson and everything. Now you're right. You do have cities where you got 3 teams in California.
Yeah.
And
that's a great free agent pitch. Hey,
Yeah.
I can smoke there.
man, it's a fact.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I think they still test them, and I think there's still some level of something.
I heard it.
You know.
I heard it from. I ain't got too many sources in the NBA. I heard it from Sharon Collins. They test you every 3 years. And
3 years?
They test you every 3 years, and after you get out of your rookie phase, your rookie contract, basically.
Yeah.
After that, you just clean.
It's
You know what I'm
They
saying?
still test them though. It's got to be a random
No,
test
they
or
don't
something.
random test you.
They
for
don't
weed.
random test you.
I'm finna say they barely test you for weed in the NBA, bro.
Bro, a medicine capsule dropped out of Kevin Durant's pocket.
Kevin
Y'all
Durant.
saw that footage?
No.
Go look it up on YouTube. He was getting into a truck. TMZ, of course, was trying to say something to him. A medicine bottle fell out his pocket, man.
It was a prescription.
There was a prescription
For
pills,
his
man.
pain.
It's weed.
It was for his pain.
That's what it's weed.
But no,
He's
that's
trying to
but
get
that's
back
true.
to
But that's
the-
true. They do
yeah.
smoke weed for pain and
For his
and
pain.
Once
calm
they
down.
legalize it in Illinois,
Oh yeah.
2021. They said it's coming.
I gotta have mine.
Ah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I gotta have it.
So guys, please tell me, 2021, we can smoke and do the show at the same time.
John watching right now. I
Like,
don't think
no.
he on the live right now.
Like no.
I can pass Lupe the blood.
John on the live right now. I don't think he with
But
that.
that's gonna be very special to see. I personally think, and it's just my theory, I think that's gonna bring the crime down in the city.
I think so too.
I think that's
I
gonna
think so,
bring the
too.
crime down when we get legal in Chicago 100%, and you could just walk into your local whatever and buy what you want legally and walk out, roll up. That's gonna make crime drop dramatically.
Can you drive Uber smoking when it's legal?
But you can't drink and drive, so I don't.
Can
When
you
you
smoke
when you
and
think
drive?
about back then in the Prohibition era, when alcohol was illegal,
Right.
it was like you get caught with it, you going to prison, you going to jail.
Right.
Now you can walk freely through Las Vegas with your alcohol. You can go buy it from CVS
Yeah.
and take it to
With
your
your
house.
alcohol and you.
Alcohol
I
and
was
your
just
weed.
out in Vegas,
Yeah.
and you can walk around
They
with
sell it at
your
Walgreens in
drink,
Vegas.
your drink in one hand
Yeah.
and your blunt in the other.
Yeah.
Literally.
Literally.
And where?
Vegas.
In Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah.
This
And
was like
on the strip.
a month ago.
I ain't gonna tell that story. My wife just can't. But you know, you can do that. You can do that.
Elaborate, my brother.
Nah.
But no, that's a beautiful thing, man. You know, you can, walk around with it open and do your thing, and then you go in the casino, win your couple dollars, and come on back out, toke up, you good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. They need to bring that to Illinois, man. They need to bring it to Illinois. I think marijuana would lower the crime rate everywhere.
I think it would.
And not only would it lower the crime rate, it would help the state get money.
Then they need it bad.
One state made
more jobs.
made over $700,000 a year.
Yeah.
Only way they could win is if they lowball.
Can you imagine
on the street?
Could you imagine the weed delivery jobs? Like,
they got it.
like you'd be dropping it off like, hey, bro, I'm free for an hour.
Uber smokes. They gonna have Uber
It's coming, man. It's coming, bro.
All right,
It's coming.
Let's get to a small radio break. My brother Rashid Hadi, he gonna play a tune or two. Before we do that, I want to say happy birthday to my grandmother, Susie
birthday,
Love,
Granny.
my mother from another son, Mama Lisa. It's her birthday as well, and the Honorable Malcolm X.
Happy
today.
birthday. Happy birthday.
We
And happy
rocking.
birthday.
Let's take a break. What we got coming up, Hadi?
I'm play a little dink for y'all, man.
So,
get
for
it.
sure. Hey, we get back, we gonna dive into this NBA draft lottery, the results, all of that good stuff.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
Stay
More
tuned.
NBA.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, my identity's tailored just how I'm clothed. Don't know how to feel when I ain't fresh. Dapper Dan, we channeling, call it goals. Insecurities manifest in the flesh. Hella furs, baguettes. Mama was full of debts. She looked fly partying, posing blast cassettes. I felt how you felt about self was in the linen. Thinking back now, my spirit was dead linen. Materialism, God, these items can't take it with us. Key to life is what we're trying to cover up in us. Validation is poison, let's call it Eve. Fruit is Eric Gardner, no go, we can't breathe. We think of wealth, we think of bands, rubber. Round the money perspective, it seems no wonder. Can't knock it, that feeling like when we close. Fresh to death is the motto my people chose.
A wise woman once told me, what good is it to gain the world, but I mean, you better find more value within, shorty. I feel rich with what I can control. Oh, my brother, your worth is yours. Oh, my sister, you go should be.
Can't function without that flat-ish. Diamonds keep us caught up in all bliss. Jewelry dripping like slick Rick. The ruler is high fitting your heart's mind. I diss the notion that cash rules. Something I had to see. It's what you own that completes your legacy. Sporting the latest Jordans is false self-esteem drivers. Yet I swipe my credit card for 'em, being honest. Every purchase is a step away from being modest. You can't tell me nothing like that dropout from college. I be the most rich gold grills is infinite. Posture of a king, but say I'm in need of christenings. Baptized in the fire with Nan. When it was listening, divided my soul like partitioning. At the root, I just wanted love, godly love, God. Never seen it unless we Louis Vuitton buying. I'm eyeing examples of what's defying the spirit that we implying. To spin a tree and defiant. Trauma from the slave ships and slave quotas. An asset can buy an asset that's pain potent. Self-righteous for the enlightened. Judgmental, the climate, we all lost in the iris. Nonetheless, we still fresh to death. That's how it goes. The motto my people chose.
My pops once told me, you in the industry where you can gain wealth, but I mean, you better dig way deeper within, kid. I feel rich with what I can control. Oh, my brother, your worth is yours. Oh, my sister, you go should be. God body. as an African boy, I did not always have the opportunity to indulge in the things of the Western world. But everybody's goal is different. It's a case of relevance. And from my vantage point, my value is my gold. My worth is my gold. What I represent is my gold. What's yours?
Gold.
Welcome back to Check the Scoreboard Radio, where music and sports talk collide. Jumping into another segment, let's get into more NBA news. The draft lottery. Did y'all see Horace Grant's face when it's seven? When they say the Bulls have this number 7 pick?
You feel like I should have stayed in Orlando?
Yo, he looked like, whoa, this is a misunderstanding. You go from the 12% possibility. Neither one of those teams got it.
Neither one.
So it looked like Zion going to.
Did you see Zion face though?
New Orleans.
He didn't want to go. He don't want to go. But that may land AD in New York and RJ Barrett with Zion.
Let's run through it real quick and,
Let's go.
and
Let's go.
look at the possibilities as we go. That wasn't a pause moment.
Run through it real quick.
He can get away with that one.
New Orleans Pelicans got the number 1 pick, followed by the Memphis Grizzlies. A lot of people say they looking at Ja, possibly trading Conley.
That'll be good.
I'll take him here.
And that $65 million contract he
I'll
got
take
coming.
it. I'll take it. What else you spending our money on?
Some young athletic.
Yeah, to win 17 games again?
We building. Because my thing is, he gonna come in and do what?
You're going to need an event. You don't think Conley can get us to the playoffs?
I think we may be able to make the playoffs without Mike Conley.
You don't think he could work with the younger guys?
Yeah.
And work with Laurie, work with Wendell?
That actually is a pause moment.
What?
Work with the younger guys. Yeah.
He can work with the younger guy.
Yeah.
You try to just give me any type of pause.
Battle of the pauses.
But no, Mike Conley is a good player. I think he definitely could take us to the playoffs, but I don't know if he's like.
What else you gonna do with this 7th pick, man? Let's be real.
Okay, well hold on. Let's keep it moving because I'm gonna get to that.
And in the 7th
Number
pick,
3,
the Bulls pick Iskliaskis
Mouskiaskis. Number 3,
Hadi.
Number 3, New York. Pat Ewing was in the house. Didn't work out for him. They thought they was gonna get Zion. Didn't work. LA got number 4. Cleveland number 5. Phoenix number 6. Home team. Chicago number 7. Atlanta number 8, which is good for them because they building up. Washington number 9. Atlanta again number 10. So they got 2 picks in the top 10. Minnesota 11, Charlotte 12, Miami 13, and Boston number 14. So let's break it down like this. We talked about Zion going number 1. We talked about Ja going number 2 to Memphis, which is a good pick for Memphis, I think.
I think so.
Let's break it down with New York, what y'all think? RJ, no question.
No question.
It doesn't make any sense to maybe go with the boy from Virginia or
RJ Barrett is your number 3 pick.
Don't take DeAndre Hunt over RJ Barrett. You'll be a fired GM.
Yeah.
trying to make good radio here.
RJ Barrett.
Number 4, the LA Lakers. What y'all thinking?
DeAndre Hunter.
DeAndre Hunter.
They're going to go DeAndre Hunter.
That's the boy from Virginia.
I think the Lakers looking for somebody to trade away.
Now, I've seen them taking the boy from Vanderbilt on some mock drafts.
I don't see it unless they're going to move Lonzo Ball.
That's a possibility.
They could.
That's a possibility.
Yeah.
I would.
You know,
Are they talking about Lonzo for that 7th pick?
man, I'll take it.
On the Bulls?
Yeah. I send him out there.
Can you imagine the LeVar Ball
That'd
and
be-
guard
that may be
and
a good
Pax?
thing. That may be a
guard
good
and
thing.
Pax media coverage?
That may be a good thing.
Oh no, that is doomed for disaster.
He gonna put the business out there.
They need it.
Number 5, Cleveland. Now this is interesting because I'm hearing, from word on the curb is they're not 100% sure about point guard from last year. I forgot his name.
Colin Sexton?
Colin Sexton.
They're not 100% sure about Colin Sexton.
I'm hearing they're not 100% sure.
Send him to us.
They may still take a point guard.
What other point guard are you talking? You talking about Kobe White?
If the boy is still available,
Garland?
Well,
I think they.
because Garland can pay off the ball a little bit.
They're not.
Woody.
Chucking those balls.
Woody.
Hey, it's not the fact that they're not sure about Colin Sexton as a player, because Colin Sexton will probably be first team all
Right. Not a player, but
I
as
just
a,
think that
as a point guard.
as a point guard, Colin Sexton, his assist to turnover ratio is not where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
He don't pass the ball a lot for a point guard.
He's a dog out there, though. He's
yeah.
a dog out there.
But he's a good scoring guard.
Yeah.
He's a good scoring guard. So,
I mean, if I'm them, I take a wing because you got somebody at the one. Technically, you still got Kevin Love.
yeah.
I would take a wing if
But
I was
bro,
Cleveland,
it's
though.
like there's really nowhere to go outside of this top 5. I'm not going to say it's really nowhere to go because it's still
as far as point guards or
not some players.
Can we pull up a mock draft and see who we dealing with?
It's still some.
Yeah.
It's still some good players that just won't be superstars. That's just.
Yeah. I think it's a lot of players.
There's a lot of
in
good.
this
It's
draft.
going to be a lot of good role players. You talk about the kid from Texas A&M, Culver. He's going to be a good role player. But I don't necessarily see superstar. I only see superstar in Zion and John Morant.
So you for sure Ja Morant gonna be a superstar.
Oh, Zion Morant going to be Memphis got a break.
So will they give up while Chuck pulling up the players that we have available?
okay, I got a mock draft from the Washington Post, and
That's cool.
it pretty much lists go ahead. What you was gonna say?
Will they give up Mike Conley? What do you think they're gonna give up Mike Conley and put their
my-
future into the?
they're taking
Yeah.
calls right now for Mike Conley.
Yeah,
Because Mike Conley kind of injury prone.
they're looking to get that contract off the
Off
books.
the books.
Do you
That's a
kick
max
yourself-
contract.
Do you kick yourself though? Because when they was giving out those crazy contracts like 3 years ago,
It made sense.
he was the first.
Yeah, it made sense then.
He was the richest player in the league
Yeah.
at one point.
It made
Yeah,
sense
he
then.
was.
It made sense
That's-
at that time.
That's why I think it's a no-brainer for the
Mike Conley.
Bulls.
To go pull the
That-
trigger on Mike Conley.
Mike
That
Conley.
contract is gonna tie you up.
Not for 2 years.
Yes, for 2 years.
You got 2
the next
years.
2 years.
Okay, where are we going in the next 2 years? Where are we going?
To the playoffs.
Are we going to sign anybody in the next 2 years?
If you sign him, no.
Okay, so
If you
really,
bring him in,
if you
no.
really think about it, if you were going into free agency this year,
Mm-hmm.
you wouldn't have signed Otto Porter and Michael Conley to make you a better team if you couldn't get nothing else.
And that would be it. No more money. No more. Nothing
Yeah,
after
if
that.
you couldn't get nothing else though. If all the dominoes fell, just like we could get nothing else, we got Boozer.
Bulls out there
I
sweating.
don't know, man. That's
their
tough. I don't know. I like Otto Porter. I like that. That's your starting three
Yeah.
for the foreseeable future.
Marking.
But Conley is on his
Okay, would you
last
take
leg,
would you
man.
take Conley at this contract for 2 more years, or would you take Rozier at a 5-year contract, $25-30 million a year?
Well, first of all, it's a big difference between 25 and 30 million a year.
Yeah, there's a big
I'll
difference.
take
between
25.
It's a big difference between 2 and 5 years.
Yeah, but you're talking about a player that's probably 5 or 6 years younger than him.
Yeah, but you talking about a player that's established, a player that is in his prime.
But by the time you ready to really start winning, he's on his way out. Whereas Rozier will be getting
Okay, when he's
to his
if he's on his
zenith.
way out, you done got this 2 years up out of him. You freed up $36 million.
and now I got to bring in another point guard.
either through the draft or either through free agency.
It'd be nice if we could get Rozier, man.
I would say
like
to
Rozier,
answer your
too.
question, I would go with Rozier.
Man.
So you
not
would-
at 30 though. Not
Huh?
at 30.
Okay.
At 25.
He's let it be known he want to start wherever he go.
That's
and
fine.
he need to.
He
can
He
start.
need to be starting.
He's a
And
starting
I still
point
take
guard.
I still take my number 7 pick. Go get Kobe or the other boy
If I can get
And back him
Rozier,
up.
if I can get Rozier 3 years,
at 25 million.
3 years, 80 million, somewhere around that price range.
That's more than 25 million.
Yeah, 3 years. You're gonna have to overspend out here, man. You're gonna have to overspend out here because we're not the only ones want Terry Rozier.
That's a lot of money
Right.
for a backup.
But it's not a lot.
Will he be a backup?
gonna
He's
be
not a backup. He is a backup.
He wasn't a backup last year when he took him to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Right.
You talking
He
about
wasn't a backup last year.
And he ain't a backup.
He
Terry
wasn't a
Rozier
backup
right
last
now
year
is
when
a
he
backup
gave it to
because somebody hurt.
Bledsoe.
Yeah,
He
that's
wasn't a
that's
backup
problem.
last year.
Every 2 days
He
when Gordon
wasn't a
Hayward
backup
gets
because
hurt.
someone got hurt.
Kyrie Irving?
That don't change your status on the squad. So if that's the case, Ryan Arcidiacono, you know what I'm trying
Man,
to say.
Terry Rozier stars. Terry Rozier stars for
He can go
15
anywhere and
teams in this
start.
league right now.
Yeah, I think he
He
can
can
go
start for
anywhere and
15 teams in this league right
Yeah.
now. Half of the league he can start for right now.
Yeah.
Half of the league he can start for.
He can start
right
for the
now.
Bulls. He can start for the Bulls.
Absolutely.
He can start for the
If
Bulls.
you look at your point guard pedestal, you got your.
Hold on. Would you say that Terry Rozier statistically
You can't
is
go off
the
statistically.
same
You
as
can't go off statistically.
Chris
Not this
Dunn?
year. Not this year. Can I go?
we talking about what 13, 14 points a game?
We see what Terry Rozier can do.
But you're
Consider
talking
his
about
games that he started.
They
How about
both-
that?
you're comparing a starter
When
to
he
a
start, they
backup,
good.
and the backup probably has better numbers.
I would say they're comparable.
But it's still a starter to a backup. Terry Rozier is doing this in 20 minutes? Chris Dunn was getting 30, 35 minutes.
So with more minutes, you think it's going to be more production?
Oh,
Man, he do it every time.
You
He-
give Terry
he put
Rozier
up 30 points.
35 minutes. Terry Rozier can average you 20 points in the National Basketball Association.
I like to see it. I like to see
can
it.
average
Man, he'll
20
average.
points.
He'll average
average
probably
20 a game is a
26.
lot at the
That's
point
heavy.
guard. At the point guard
That's
position,
heavy.
that's a lot.
He can average you.
No,
he can
he'll
average
average
you 20 a game.
26.
Oh.
If not, man,
He had
Rozier,
to talk for
absolutely.
MVP. Now he
MVP.
all star.
You
Y'all
should've-
win. Now
you
we
should
should
have
have
picked him on your fantasy, dude.
I did.
He did.
I had him on
You
my.
gotta see-
And every time Kyrie Irving was hurt,
He put up numbers.
He put up numbers.
he scored 30 points. He put up 32 points one night. He put up like 35 one night.
Yeah.
Man,
Y'all
25.
talking like Chris Dunn can't put up a 30 piece.
Man, he
When
can't
did-
do
have
nothing,
you ever
man. He
done it?
garbage.
Yeah.
Have
garbage.
Chris, hold on, look it up. Look it up. Have Chris Dunn had a 30-point game
I don't
in
even
his
thi-
3 years?
Let's
in
get back to the
NBA?
draft.
Even had one.
Okay, so let's go.
Let's get back to the draft. So no, we stopped with we left off with Cleveland, right? And that's what I was saying. Here they got Cleveland taking Jarrett Culver from Texas Tech, 6'6" wing, two-way player. You know what I mean? Can shoot a little bit, create off the dribble a little bit.
I was hoping he could fall to the Bulls.
Where does he play?
Shooting guard, he could play some point.
No, I'm saying on the Bulls. Where does he play?
Where does he play off the bench?
So you don't. So Valentine don't play.
What is he play off the bench?
No, you did say Valentine.
Valentine getting up out of there.
Valentine don't play. That's a first round. That's your
Valentine
was a first round pick.
ain't been right since he went to the pro-am. and got
What's buddy
torched.
name,
I don't know his name, but got torched out there.
Fluke
Nick,
master.
Frank
Garbage.
Nitty.
Frank Nitty.
Frank Nitty.
Ain't been right since. Sign Nitty, Bulls.
That's
No,
what
he in the
they
big three.
should.
He playing for the big three this year. Yeah.
Man, that's gonna be nice this year.
Yeah.
We'll
We're
find
gonna do
him.
a show. We're gonna do a
Cool.
show specifically on the big
Cool.
three. We gonna peripheral.
We're gonna say that. Say that talk.
Number 6. Now this is the first mock draft I've ever seen with Phoenix not taking a point guard. This particular mock draft has them taking DeAndre Hunter.
If he's available, he's the best player on the board.
Well,
Because they got the Lakers taking Darius Garland. Guarantee if Darius Garland there at number 6, Phoenix will be taking him.
Somebody drop it.
no,
Somebody
what it
gonna-
is
they gonna
they
mix it up.
got Darius Garland going to the Lakers at number 4,
Yeah.
which I don't see that.
I see I
don't see
see
that.
that because you know why? I see the Lakers trading Lonzo Ball for that 6th pick.
To Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Okay. Hey, that could make sense for Phoenix. Yeah.
And then I can see the Lakers calling up old David Griffin.
What's up? Let's make this.
Hey,
deal.
look, I got the 4th pick.
Right.
I got the 6th pick.
Right. I got you a point guard. I got you guys.
I got Ingram and
They
Kuzma.
don't keep Zion. You think they don't keep Zion?
He really making good radio.
You think they gonna keep?
Hey, you
I
never know.
I would love to be David Griffin right now.
You never know,
Because
man.
he has like so many options.
Because you think you could. I mean,
The
I'm
world
just,
is in their
I'm
hands.
gonna be honest.
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
got a
making
lot
good
of
radio. But we all know that New York really wants Zion Williams.
Listen, hold on. He said New York. The NBA.
Well, I'm talking about
Every
teams,
GM
I'm talking
in the
about
league.
teams that has a shot.
Really,
Between
the
draft
Golden
picks and
State
money.
Warriors
Nah, they was want
Zion.
hurt. They was hurt out there in New York behind that draft, man.
They was man, yeah. So I mean, if you
All
gave
this,
it Griffin-
all this takes a lot.
Every
you
team
can
that
really-
tanked didn't even get top 3.
Top 3 except
Right,
the Knicks.
doing all the tanking and stuff.
Because what I'm saying is a way where, because if I'm them, I would want to keep Zion too, but still try and get what's the boy, RJ.
Oh, if you,
telling
If I'm New Orleans,
if you New Orleans,
yep,
you still trying to get RJ.
yep,
It's gonna be a trade for KD.
yep.
I mean, AD.
Why would you want to compare RJ with Zion? They didn't really even play good together at Duke.
I think they played pretty well at
Oh,
Duke.
no.
I think translating to the
Who
next
didn't
level.
play well at Duke was
Cam Reddish.
Cam Reddish.
Who they got the Bulls taking?
No, actually, so back to the draft. This is a mock draft. So they have the Bulls taking Kobe White.
Kobe White.
Kobe
That's what I
White,
heard.
6'5", combo guard, but he himself says he's a point guard. And, in his conference, to put up 16 points a game, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, couple steals, one of the top shooters in that conference. We're talking about the ACC. Those are pretty good numbers. He broke Michael Jordan's record for the most points scored
Right.
as a freshman. Those are pretty good numbers, man.
So I'm not saying too much because if I had a GM job, I'd be fired first year.
Yeah.
I have went on record to say KD was too skinny coming out of college. He wouldn't be none in the league. I went on record to say AD would be a scab in the league.
No, you didn't.
Steph Curry would have been. I've said bad things about
You
the
talking
best
about
players in the
guys
league.
that are considered arguably the best players in
I've
the
said this
league
about
right
them
now.
coming out of
Curry,
college. So I'm not
You
going
didn't listen to me. You didn't listen to me about Steph.
You didn't. I didn't. Nobody did. Nobody did. Big guy came on the block. Yeah. I tried to fix it before.
Yeah. It ain't just me.
He said he told the world about Steph before anybody knew about him. You can tell a story, man.
I said it was the greatest jumper I ever seen, guys.
I was just concerned because he played for that small school.
Man,
And he
Green
wasn't
light
really
was
playing
down.
I didn't
nobody.
care who he played. I just never seen a jumper that pure.
Green light was down.
Number
hey.
8 with the Atlanta Hawks. I'm not very familiar with Brandon Clark from Gonzaga. I was paying attention to the dude with the Chinese name. Yeah, but they got this guy going high at number 8. And then we got, let me see here, Cam Reddish at number 9, and at number 10 we got Jackson Hayes from Texas.
No
going to Atlanta.
Hachimura though. Now that we just mentioned him.
Nah.
No Hachimura.
Not at all.
So let's get. We're gonna dive back into this. Let's get into another radio break. Hadi, what you got something for us right quick? We gonna get right into this. And I can't believe it's no Hachimura.
But you know what? Before we go on break, I want to ask y'all, man. Do y'all think that it's actually even room in New Orleans for Zion there? Like they got AD.
You make the room.
I'm just saying, like, presently they got AD, Julius Randle. You know, they got players.
Somebody gonna go, and it might be
All your fantasy
all your fantasy guys going. Julius Randle may leave. He may if they keep AD, Julius may go to the bench, or he may be leveraged for a good
Like
trade
they
to
was
build
doing.
around whatever they may need.
Yeah, because they was pulling them off the bench at first.
So where do you got AD going? Boston? That's a good trade.
Who you think Boston gonna give up
My
though?
trade starts with Jason Tatum.
You think they gonna give up Kyrie?
Jason Tatum, Gordon Hayward, and Al Horford.
to go play with Zion.
To go play with Zion.
That's a playoff
They
roster.
not going to
That's a
do.
playoff roster.
It's a playoff roster.
Playoff roster to go with Justice Holiday, and you still have money to spend on a free agent.
That's a playoff
But
roster.
New Orleans not winning in that deal.
Yeah, how they not?
Gordon
you got
Hayward?
Jason Tatum, Gordon Hayward, and Al Horford.
No. Probably with Al Horford, they gonna be decent with that.
Would you trade Tatum, Al Horford, and Gordon Hayward for Anthony Davis?
If I'm who?
If you're New Orleans.
No.
Not New Orleans if you
If
bought.
I'm not if I'm New Orleans.
If you New Orleans?
They
hurt,
not winning.
Dude ain't really showing me much. Gordon Hayward since he since he been over there, since he left Utah, he ain't really been the same player. And then the other two guys, we not even talking about all-stars. We talking about role players.
Yeah.
That ain't enough. You gonna give him some draft
Hayward-
picks? I get some
Hayward is
draft
garbage,
picks, some first-round
Did
picks.
take Paul George a year, maybe two, to get back to his full self. Same
Okay.
type of injury.
Okay.
Same type of injury.
MVP caliber.
But I'm saying that if I'm New Orleans, I can't take that gamble that he gonna maybe get back right,
Run the proposition
and I'm gonna
down.
send you arguably top 5 player in the
What if
league.
you throw in one
This-
of those lottery
Nah.
picks for next year?
That's too much uncertainty, especially with the way the draft is.
But
The
you
lottery.
didn't Tatum.
Tatum is a role player. Right now, Tatum is a role player. I'm sending you arguably, dude.
If
Would
Tatum
you
was
say
on the
top
Bulls, he a
4
role
player?
player?
Huh?
Tatum was on your Chicago Bulls as he a role player.
We talking
Answer the
about.
question, Sean.
We talking about two
Answer the
different.
question, Sean.
We talking about two different things,
Oh,
man.
He's not going to answer the question, though,
Tatum
Sean.
on Chicago Bulls,
Yeah,
he's a
Tatum's on
star.
Chicago Bulls, he a role player.
If Tatum's on Chicago Bulls right now, today, he is a role player.
To who? Wendell
Zach
Carter
LaVine.
Jr.?
Zach LaVine.
I don't think he's a franchise player. I don't think so.
Right now, Tatum is neither.
Boston wouldn't trade Zach LaVine for Jason Tatum and the money.
I probably wouldn't either, but I'm saying right now, today, Jason Tatum, I like Jason Tatum. I like his game. But right now, today, he is a role player. Does he have the ability
Only
to be?
because of Kyrie Irving.
Whatever. Does he have the ability to be an all-star? Yes. But right now, he is not. And I do not trade Anthony Davis for 3 role players.
Okay.
Unless you give me some a couple first-round picks.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
That's already established.
True that.
Like that's already established. I ain't talking about no lottery picks.
okay,
Mike
so
Bailey from Facebook Live says he wasn't a playoff. He wasn't a role player in the playoffs last year.
Well, we ain't talking about last year. We talking about right now.
Now.
I can't put him in a time machine and get him from
yeah,
last
because
year.
Kyrie was hogging the ball all
I
year.
can't get him from last year. I
Kyrie-
can get him what he doing 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and it wasn't like that.
It
He
wasn't
was a
enough
role
rock.
player.
It wasn't enough rock over
So
there.
what deal would you take if you're David Griffin? And you're going to have...
I like what I saw the Lakers were trying to do with Lonzo, Kuzma,
and Ingram.
and some picks.
Run that proposition down.
And some
You
picks.
just had the guy
and some
Well.
picks.
with Boston.
Al Horford, Gordon Hayward, and Jason Tatum.
Without no picks,
And you could throw in. They got the 14th pick this year. I'm pretty sure they'll throw that in.
no
Or you could throw in
14th pick?
They got a pick from Memphis next year. They got Memphis first round pick next year.
Okay.
So you could throw in one of those 2 first round picks, but first round pick now.
But with the Lakers, I got all that. Plus, I got the number 4 pick, and possibly the number 6 pick.
All that don't match the Tatum.
Say what?
All that don't match the Tatum.
Kyle Kuzma?
It doesn't match the Tatum.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I don't see superstar in Kyle Kuzma like I see in Jason Tatum. I don't see superstar in Lonzo Ball
Superstar?
like I see in Jason Tatum. I
Superstar?
don't see superstar in Brandon Ingram like I see in Jason Tatum.
We saw a lot of potential out of Jason.
I would
Tatum
say
this year.
Ingram got as much potential
Oh yeah.
as Jason Tatum.
Do
More.
you see superstar
More.
potential out of Brandon Ingram?
Yes.
I
Yes.
personally don't know. Not superstar,
Do you
but
He a
see-
killer.
Do you see
But
superstar
maybe Kyle
potential out of Brandon Ingram?
No.
What's this? His
Man,
third
Brandon
year?
Ingram a killer.
If he ain't being an all-star,
Jason
by
Tatum
his
ain't
third
either.
year.
Jason Tatum ain't either.
This is Jason Tatum's third
He
year.
could
He's
be
going
an
to go into
all-star,
right
man.
now. But listen, Brandon Ingram hasn't been an all-star
So
by his
he
third
gonna
year.
make the All Star this year?
Who, Jason Tatum?
Jason Tatum.
Depends on the team. If Kyrie's out of Boston, yeah, he's going to make it. Or if Jason Tatum's in New Orleans, yes, he's going to make
Put
it.
this in the books because it's very likely that Irvin ain't gonna be there.
Yeah. If
So-
if Kyrie leaves Boston, that's Jason Tatum's team. That's Jason Tatum's team. Period, point blank. Everything goes around Jason Tatum now. It's not Gordon Hayward.
And they're going to have the same level of success. They're going to be in contention to come out the East.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. If they keep
Tatum ain't that raw to
if
me,
they
though.
let Kyrie go, and you still got Gordon Hayward.
And you start
Talking
Terry.
about Gordon Hayward like Gordon Hayward cold.
I'm just
He
saying.
a glorified bench player. He a bench player with minutes.
The problem with Boston this year was trying to implement Hayward. They kept, and that's what messed them up the whole year. You had these guys take a seat back. Jaylen Brown can play at an all-star level. Just look at the situations they in, though.
I don't see him as an all-star. I'm talking about Jaylen Brown, not
You see him
Jason
as an
Tatum.
all-star if he played for the
man.
Chicago Bulls?
Nope.
Yeah.
Do you see him as a top three?
Otto Porter is better than
Do you see him as
Jaylen
a-
Brown. Otto Porter
You would
is
take
better
Otto Porter over Jaylen
Yes.
Brown? Oh, you drunk.
Yes.
Spanky boo.
Yes.
Spanky boo.
Jason Brown is
You
a
would
better
say-
defender,
I think
but
what we-
Otto Porter is a far better shooter than him by leaps and bounds. They're not even in the same conversation offensively.
I think we're talking about two players that had a better opportunity than the other.
Exactly.
And Otto Porter, he had enough time to show his game. You see what I'm
You
saying?
talking about with the Bulls?
With anybody.
Because he ain't really showed you. You only saw him about 25, 30 games with the Bulls. You ain't really seen him get out.
He had a lot of room to move in
So you
Washington.
telling me, Chuck,
He was
you would
stifled
take Otto
behind
Porter.
John Wall now.
and his $30 million contract over Jaylen Brown.
See, now you bring up contracts, man. I'm talking about players. I'm talking about for the player for player. I ain't talking about the
So
contract.
when it's all said and done, we all agree that Dave Griffin is in the best position in the NBA right now.
Do you know Jaylen Brown was a second leading scorer at 19 points a game?
You ain't gonna
in
let
the
this go.
playoffs last year?
Otto Porter is better than Jaylen Brown, man.
What did Otto Porter average in the playoffs? What is his career average in the playoffs? And he's been more than Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown just been to the playoffs twice.
He's the third option
What is Jaylen
on that
Brown?
team.
What was Jaylen Brown? What was Jaylen Brown in Boston?
His rookie year. His rookie year.
Probably the second option
Oh, no. So he hold on.
behind Irving.
Hold on.
Behind Irving.
Behind Irving. So
Yeah.
he was an option over Tatum? He was
Yeah.
an option over Horford? He
Yeah.
was an option. Oh, no.
Yeah,
way.
Horford. They don't call too many plays for
Jaylen
Horford.
Brown
Horford
was
do
just
his
as
thing.
much as an option as Terry Rozier in Boston this year, man.
This year.
Come on, bro. You know that.
So you will take Brown over Porter? That's what you
Yeah.
think? No, you the only person that you think that way too.
Yeah, I take Brown over Porter.
I think it's a battle of opportunities. If he get the opportunity, he can show his game.
He can't shoot like Porter though. What
he
what
can
he
shoot.
bring?
Yeah, he
What he
can
bringing to
shoot.
the table that's better than Otto Porter? In your opinion, the defense.
Defense.
He's
Dog.
a better all-around player than Otto Porter.
Better all-around player, bro.
Otto Porter got a jumper, or he's a set shooter. He can't
But
control.
but to say that is putting it mildly. Like, dude is a 40% or probably more than that percent 3-point
Can
shooter.
he create that three-point
Jaylen
shot?
Brown's about a 35-32%
No. You're not going to Jaylen Brown for threes. You're going to him for all around game
Yeah.
to hit his hopefully hit his open shot.
Yeah.
That's Otto Porter's game, is the 3-point shot, which in today's NBA is invaluable.
Hey, man. I wouldn't take Otto Porter over Jaylen Brown, bro.
Okay, I would.
I wouldn't take him if they're the same age.
I would. I would. Now, Jason Tatum, that's a
if they
different
was in
thing.
the same
That's a
draft
different
class.
thing.
So
That's a different thing.
Let's switch gears right quick. Let's switch gears. We can't leave this show today without talking about the Splash Brothers and no KD.
Man,
Golden State Warriors playing a flute with everybody they run up against right now. And look, they on the verge of sweeping Portland. It don't look like Portland can win a game. They getting 15-point leads at halves, 17-point leads, and they blowing them. What? That don't qualify. That don't qualify.
yeah, they do. Yeah, dude. If what I said qualify, that qualify.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
He
So,
said they don't qualify. That
so
was poor Paul.
They blowing them out here, man. They blowing them out here.
pause. What do we have to say about Golden State?
I think this series for me, and as we move forward, if it continues, will be the series and the year that Draymond Green is established as a Hall of Famer. That'll be third or fourth championship.
That's valid.
And the show he's putting on right now, if it continues, we'll look back on this and say this is what it was that got that man into the Hall of Fame
Draymond said he's the GOAT.
as a defender.
as a defender.
Yeah.
That's a tall order. I don't know
Yeah.
about all that. We can talk about that.
But I mean, he
next week.
putting up triple doubles.
They put him over Rodman,
know.
though.
You can't put him over Rob.
Yeah.
But
that's how he fit. That's his.
so
truth,
let's address what everybody been talking about. Let's address what everybody been talking about for the past week and a half, right? It is none. It got something to do with KD, but everybody been saying Charles Barkley been on board to say it in front of everybody. It looks like we're gonna have Golden State versus Milwaukee Bucks in the finals. People saying Golden State won't beat Milwaukee without KD. I think that's jokes. I think the Golden State Warriors will beat anybody left in the playoffs right now. You don't think they could beat Milwaukee?
Milwaukee got hunger, man. So I wouldn't put it past them to give them a very good competition, but I can't really say that this year. Next year we gonna be talking about a different story.
Hey man, listen, man. When KD went down and everybody tried to hop off the bandwagon, say it's all over.
Nah, not me.
When Max was on First Take saying that Steph and Clay has lost the step
Yeah, all right.
since KD's joined. And you watch that game against Houston.
2015 all over again.
And you watch Steph score no points in the first half.
None.
And he just has those Steph moments. Like we not listen. We all grew up watching the greatest.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan. We all grew up.
He didn't show me anything like
But
what I'm
beside Mike, I have never seen a player that just gives you a heart-wrenching dagger like Steph Curry.
Mike did do that. Mike did do that. Mike did do that.
I'm talking about in this fashion.
He did do that.
From 40 off the dribble.
He did do that. Mike did do that.
Ah, Hadi.
Yes.
Mike ain't size you up and look at you and
Size you up and
pull it in your grill.
Whoa.
No, I was watching that 89 season when they lost to Detroit.
Yeah.
Man, he was doing that all playoffs.
Hadi, we talking about a cold-blooded killer that can create his own dribble from 40 feet. The NBA 3 is 32 feet from the bucket. We talking about 35 to 40.
And Mike was doing that, man.
The
Mike,
whole
if he didn't have nobody to pass
Shooting
to,
threes?
The whole
if he didn't have nobody to pass to, and he was at the 3-point line, he shot it every time.
Just
Between
stick it
who?
to you, Mike and Curry. Stick it to you in your heart.
Who didn't say Mike?
No, we just
Comparing, we just comparing that. We comparing that cold-blooded
we all grew
3-point
up and
shot,
seen Mike.
Okay.
that relentless 3-point shot. That's what
I'm
we
a
comparing.
Chicago native. I'm a Chicago native. I bleed Chicago. But Michael Jordan is the GOAT. He's the greatest to ever lace up and touch the court.
Right.
The way Steph Curry can put the dagger in your heart, I've never seen it
But
ever.
here's my thing with that.
Who puts the dagger deeper in your heart?
I think you will be
Steph
you'll
Curry.
be able to attest to this, and anybody else who played a little bit. I'm not making it seem like I was nothing like that, but I played a little bit. The shots that we see Steph Curry take are shots that traditionally you would welcome somebody to take. You want to free yourself up for a 3-pointer 5 feet behind the 3-point line. Those were shots that people will welcome you to take. Especially in a game type situation, you want somebody to take them type of shots. Those were considered
Fresh
bailout
off
shots.
the screen with two hands in the air.
But Mike was taking shots that you had to physically put yourself in a position to take, meaning you had to beat your man either off the dribble or you had to physically, move him out your way to free yourself up for a shot. And for a game, that's very hard. And then to make those shots consistently is very hard. So I think we're talking two different things. For a guy pulling up just beyond half court is impressive, but ain't nobody guarding him out there because you're not thinking it's going to be like that.
They guarding him out there, man.
Sean
Now,
Levin.
but
They better.
They weren't guarding him in
The homie Sean
2015.
Levin
Right.
Facebook Live says Steph obliterated the Rockets. MJ snatched your soul away, but Curry snatched your heart away, but Curry takes your soul. I go on record to say Curry puts the dagger, and he's the best dagger I don't know how to word
just
it
say
without
that.
getting the ring.
I would say you gotta maybe even put Kobe over him.
Over
Nah,
Curry?
not Steph.
Because of the type of shots we talking about, man. Dude pulling up from half court.
I'm going on record to say Steph is the best killer I've ever seen.
These guys got to
in
actually
NBA
go out
history.
here and work for that shot. Like, you're not working for that
Curry
shot.
is putting a dagger in you. You got him down 18 in the third, man. 2 straight games, man.
But they ain't doing it by himself. He got a squad
But
out
it's
there.
what I used to always say about Steph. I say, if he hits 2 in a row, oh,
You're in trouble.
But keep in mind, he got Clay out there, too.
Oh,
Clay
you're
out there
in
hitting
a
crazy
trouble.
shots, too. You know what I mean?
You're in trouble. Well, that concludes another great episode of Check the Scoreboard Radio. We want to welcome back the homie Vaughn. He back, man. Hope your brother's all right.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. He got some smooth jazz coming up for you guys. And for everybody that support, everybody that rock with us, man, we salute y'all. Salute to all the graduates this year, 2019 graduates. Success is everything, man. Education is everything.
Shout out to my nephew Alex. Got his bachelor's degree at Southern.
Salute. Salute, Alex. And on that note, we're out of here.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.